Hello YouTube and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going over how to attack the 3 major bomb sites on Theme Park. And we're going to be starting with a niche office, even though I don't think it's the best bomb site. I think Armory Throne is the best bomb site, but everyone seems to go initiation office first. So we're going to start with how to attack there. And there's obviously multiple ways to attack every bomb site. It's really just dependent on how your team wants to do it. But for this one, we're going to do a west side over. So, I mean, make sure you're opening all the hatches no matter what. Even if you're not planning on pushing them. Just for extra pressure, or if you want to have a teammate lurk there late round or whatever else. But ignoring that, first thing we're going to do is you're going to want to have a couple people pushing cafe for this. Either 2 or 3 people droning and taking cafe side. And since you don't want to have just you don't want to have a single file push here, right? So you have 2 or 3 people pushing this, and then have 2 other people push below and come up arcade stairs, or push, like, have somebody go in break room, and like if you have a pre-placed drone, you could pre-place a drone in here and have somebody just Amaro in here right at the beginning of the round, and so that you can get in quick and have your other teammates push cafe and one person walk up arcade stairs, just so that you're not all pushing the exact same direction, because it's really easy to hold you off if you're just all walking through one door, right? So once you take control of top arcade, you drone out daycare, you drone out bunks, you drone out break room. You want to have a nomad or a gridlock or a flank drone on arcade stairs here. People will like to flank up that. And then you also want to have the same thing on yellow stairs. Nomad, gridlock, flank drone, whatever. So that you can, obviously not get flanked while you're trying to set up the execute. And you're going to want some kind of hard breacher. And for the hard breacher, you're going to want to open this wall. This is the initiation wall here. And you're going to want to be able to open this. And one trick with this, which I kind of showed off in my how to set up the bomb site video, on how to counter it, is if there's electricity on this wall, like a Cade or a Bandit, and they don't do anything to this wall, you can bring a thermite, and you can put the thermite right on the edge of the wall here, and it will open up the right side of this wall, even if it's electrified. So that's something that if they don't come out and shoot this wall out and they have wall denial, you can get it open without a Thatcher if you're using therm. But regardless, what you want to do is you want to have somebody open this wall. You want to have people pushing waiting room as well. A lot of times teams will bring a castle and they'll castle this door. So you're going to want to open this castle up, and they'll have a rotate here and a rotate here usually. You're going to have a couple people just baiting outside waiting here. So like you have one person on this side just holding this site door, and have somebody on the other side holding either the rotate or this side door. You can even do this from super far back. Like if you're worried about, the breach, you could have somebody all the way back here just holding the rotate, right? Or I guess it gets a little bit difficult from this position because of the wall being open. But you get the point. You could have somebody in break room holding that, or you could have them close, just close left holding it like this. It's just a little bit riskier because you're playing so close to the door. But regardless, you're going to have 2 people baiting here, holding both sides, just kind of shooting, making noise. And once you open this wall, oops, didn't mean to do that. Once you open this wall, you're going to want to be able to clear control and clear a niche. So a lot of times, notice how we opened this hatch earlier. A lot of times you could have one person just push this hatch kind of later in the round. Just have them like bait on the roof and just kind of drone people in or whatever. And then once your team's ready to execute, like for instance, once they're opening once they got the wall open, the castle open, and they're just kind of baiting once they're ready to execute, this person can be like a Ying or just somebody with flashes or whatever, and you flash down and you drop. A lot of times the petals, you Because if you drop, then whoever is playing initiation has to either swing and kill you, or swing the people on the breach and then come over here. Because if you're in control and your teammates are in bunks, they're not safe. There's no safe place for them to play here. So once you do that, you should be able to clear them out relatively easily, unless you suck or they're just a god and they kill you and your teammates pushing the breach. And then once you clear that guy, your person on the breach can either smoke this off or just sprint across, or make sure that this is clear and make sure you killed people there, and plant here. This is probably the safest plant spot that you can go. And when you're planting here, the player who dropped control can hold the control flank, because a lot of times people will rotate through dragon to flank you from control. And then there should be other players. One could be playing the breach, holding the cross here, and then your other two waiting room players are also going to be holding crosses here as well, just making sure nobody gets across the bomb site to your planter. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's pretty basic. You take control of arcade side, make sure you handle the 2 staircases for flank wise, open this wall, and then have somebody drop control at the same time you guys want to execute. As long as you can clear out whoever's playing initiation here and get the plant down, you're good. You're good to go. That's it. Now, usually teams will go Armory Throne after initiation. So we'll go over Armory Throne next. There's a lot of people who will push like maintenance and bunks and whatever else, but honestly, the easiest site to put, or the easiest way to push it, I think, would be yellow wall. And the way you want to do that is you can enter from cafe again, just like before. You can have a couple people enter cafe. You can have some people drop the control hatch as well, and just everybody drone yourselves in, start clearing things. And once you take cafe control, you can set up, your nomad or your flank drone or your gridlocks on the arcade stairs. And you don't really have to set up any flanks on the yellow stairs, just purely because it's you're gonna be pushing the yellow stairs. So you don't have to worry about the flanks as long as you're holding it like right in the moment of the round, right? You clear the rest of this top floor, and this is the area you're gonna want to take care of, right? And you're gonna have your teammates clearing control as well at the same time that you're clearing arcade. And once you clear the entirety of the upstairs, then you can shoot a nomad like here, to cover the dragon flank, or gridlock, or flank drone, or whatever. And then after you have top floor control cleared and under control, then you go to work invert. A lot of times people will bring a fuse, because if you put a fuse charge right here, the way that fuse works is when it shoots, it starts shooting left to right. So the first fuse charge, if you put one here, will shoot left directly in to the furnace area that people will usually sit. And it might even be better to go as far this way as possible. No, I'd say put it about right here, because the first pellet will go towards the furnace and should either kill or clear out anyone playing there, as well as get the wall, right? I mean, of course, if you want to play sledge or buck, you can do that too, just to clear out whatever's on the wall. But fuse is really useful just for clearing that furnace guy and clearing out anybody here, anybody on the wall potentially. And then sometimes people play this pillar that's right here. They'll play like the other side of that pillar. So you can open up right here and clear them there, or you can just throw a fuse down, whatever else. And this 1 or 2 people, like a fuse in a buck or a fuse in a sledge or something, if you got hard breaches, you can open this hatch as well. But they're just gonna be a nuisance, right? Open up all the floor. Try not to get C4'd. Fuse through armory, right? And by the time you're done with that, everybody should be cleared out of that bomb site, right? And your thermite or thatcher or whatever should be good to open this wall. However, one thing that you have to be aware of is, you know, the flank down here, right? So while you've got 2 people up there working vert and doing all that fun stuff, you should also be droning and clearing out drug, which is what this is called. It's called drug and lab and bathroom, because this is one of the ways that people can flank you from, as well as obviously the split hallway. But once you figure out that there's no one in drug, you can really just have somebody sit here and hold the split door, right? Because if arcade's clear, you already cleared the top floor, right? If arcade and drug is clear, then you can't get flanked from that side of the map, right? The only way that they can flank you is if they walk out the side door. So you can just have somebody sitting here watching the split door and getting any freebies if they walk out. And the same thing goes for over here, right? Although this is a little bit more a risky position to play, so I'd recommend just throwing a drone here. You can just put a drone here right on this 90, and then you can see if anybody walks out of the site or if anybody starts walking down this direction. Just kind of use that for intel as well. And once you have those set up, you'll have 2 people above, 1 person holding this flank, and then your thermite will open the breach. And if your people playing above did their job right, they should have opened this hatch, right? And if they are opening this hatch, they can hold the split door from the hatch. So not only does that make it so that nobody can flank you from split, like coming this way when you try to plant, but that also means that the guy that's sitting in bathroom doesn't have to hold this anymore, right? If you open this hatch and you're just holding the door from above, they can't flank. So you don't have to worry about the bathroom guy. The bathroom guy can rotate to the wall and help out with the execute. So you have one of the people that's playing vert, hold the hatch there. Have the other person holding vert. You know, once you know that armory's cleared out, he's holding here, because this is the only rotate between sites other than split, right? You'll have your thermite will end up trying to execute on this side of the wall. He can smoke or whatever. He can sprint in and plant here. This is relatively the safest place to plant. Otherwise, you could also plant tucked here. This kind of leaves you open if they swing left side there. So the safest place to plant would probably be like here, crouched, facing that direction, so that you tuck your head a little bit, or on top of this box here in the same position. And while you're doing that, the hatch guy is holding split. You got the other dude playing vert holding the rotate between bomb sites, and you got somebody else just, you know, on the breach also holding the rotate between bomb sites, and somebody making sure you don't get flanked from dragon. And that's about it. It gets pretty chaotic, especially in the execute. You know, like, sometimes if you know all the people inside died and you know somebody's pushing dragon, right? Some people might, you know, the guy who's holding site might rotate to here and help out the dude holding the dragon flank, just because you know that there's going to be somebody pushing that, right? So you got to be kind of fluid. But that's in every attack strategy. You got to be fluid. You got to be able to make adjustments based on what the enemy does. But in general, what you do, take cafe, take the control hatch, and just clear the top floor. You get control of the top floor, set up nomads, set up flank drones, set up gridlocks, work vert, and while you're doing that, clear out drug, hold the flanks, open the wall, plant there, and you are Gucci. That's about it. Now, the third and final bomb site that people usually go is bunks. And, you know, people don't always go bunks, and people also don't really know how to set up bunks. But a lot of times, there's going to be a rotate there, rotate here, Then depending how you do it, there could be head holes there, head holes on these walls, like here and here. And then this will be reinforced. This will probably be reinforced. And yeah, they'll just kind of be messing around, just holding top arcade and stuff. And for this one, you're going to want to enter from the dragon side of the map and work your way over. So a lot of times there will be roamers over here trying to hold this side of the map. So you have your droners have to do a good job of finding where they are, or if you want to bring a jackal or a dokkaebi or whatever else, you got to do a good job of figuring out where those guys are and pinching them together as a team. So you're going to want to have 2 or 3 people push the cash balk. Oop. You want to have a couple people rotate here, push the cash balk. And then you want to have a couple people push up the control hatch and push the control hatch area. And if you want, you could also have one lurker push below, like walk in gong or something like that, and just creep up the dragon stairs. And yeah, once you have your entry point set, you use your drones to clear out initiation, clear out cache, clear out office, clear out vault, all that good stuff, waiting. And then set up your flanks, flank drone, gridlock, nomad, whatever, on these stairs. And that is the only flank you have to worry about once you take control of this side of the map, right? There's the one staircase, and other than that, there's just the waiting room door, right? So you just have a couple people playing waiting room door, just kind of baiting, making sure nobody pushes you. From there, while your thermite and your thatcher open this wall. Oh. You're gonna open this wall, and once you do that, they're gonna have people just swinging you, right? This is the tertiary bomb site. In a lot of tertiary bomb sites, they're gonna be swinging. Like, that's the only way that they really win, is by swinging you, putting you out of position, things like that, right? So once you get that wall open, be careful of their aggression, but have like 1 person on waiting, 2 people on the breach. No, 2 people on waiting, 2 people on the breach, and then have somebody go like you can have the 5th person be kind of a lurker. They could lurk up yellow if you see that there's a gap yellow, like if they don't have any barb on yellow or something. Or you could have them go to this hatch and get ready for the execute, or even the break windows. If you notice that there's some kind of gap there, nobody's really playing it or whatever. It all depends on what they do. You got to be very fluid with this bomb site, especially just because it's played so ratty. But the gist of it is to clear that side of the map. Hopefully you kill 1 or 2 roamers while you're doing it. Set up the flank drone or whatever on dragon stairs. Open this wall and have people playing waiting room, have people playing this breach. Gosh, I keep doing that. Have people playing this breach. And then when you're ready, you feel like you cleared top arcade, you cleared break room. So that's one of the reasons why it would be nice to have one of your teammates go break room. You go like break window or something. Because although you can't see the rotate here, you can for sure hold it from above, right? So even if they go through the rotate, you can still kill them if they move any further than that, right? And from this rotate, they could kind of do some damage, to be honest. But if you hold them from being able to walk up any farther, like if they get to here, the waiting room guy should kill them regardless. So really, if you have somebody playing this window, somebody playing the waiting room door, all you have to worry about is him seeing you here. So there's also going to be a bomb. I don't remember where the bomb is. It's like here or something, and it kind of blocks their vision a little bit. But what you're going to do is you're going to run in and you're going to plant like basically tucked on the bomb. If you could smoke off this door or whatever, you run in and you plant tucked right on the bomb, so that your site player, or not site player, your breach player can hold this door. Your your window player is kind of holding break, but so is your waiting room player. They're both holding break. And then your other waiting room player is gonna either be holding the hallway this way, or they can rotate to the breach and help hold this rotate. Honestly, I'd recommend having them hold the hallway so that this player can worry about holding break, and then just have your one breach player worried about top arcade and rotate. They'll just have to cover both. And worst case scenario, hold the rotate first, and then if you hear them run in from arcade door, then you shoot them arcade, right? Because if your teammate's planting behind the bomb there, they're gonna have to run into the bomb site to kill him. That's not the same case for the person pushing the rotate, right? As soon as they get into the rotate, they got a good angle on your teammate who's planting. So you're gonna want to hold that guy first, and then if you hear a sound cue that somebody's pushing in the door, then you swing and you kill them from that position. But yeah, you really shouldn't have to worry about too many flanks, hopefully, because a lot of times, like I said, there's gonna be a couple people playing on the dragon side of the map, so you should get a couple picks there, just to dwindle down their numbers and all that fun stuff. But yeah, that is how to attack the 3 major bomb sites on Theme Park. If you enjoyed, feel free to leave a like. It helps more than you think. Subscribe for more. I upload content like this every couple days. I don't have like a super set schedule, but it's at least once or twice a week, at least. And yeah, leave a comment down below if you enjoyed what you saw, if you have anything that you do that I didn't show off that you think would be beneficial to other players or anything like that. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys later. Bye.